Hola, buenos días, soy Nico.
Slay Gooders. Give it to them. I'm sorry. Cougar.
And today we are here to finish off another wonderful week's worth of content. Well, yes. If you like this kind of content, make sure to follow me on Patreon at patreon.com/Nicosaesthetics for more exclusive videos, weekly live streams, to be a part of the live streams, where we have multifaceted conversations with various topics depending on the week. If that sounds interesting to you, definitely check it out every Thursday at 5:30 and 7 p.m. CDT. Now, for last video's comment, it was basically going over Timothy Champagne and him finally coming out about his truth once again, and someone so eloquently commented, "Nurse, he's out again," and it had over 500 likes, and I kind of keyed, but that's my thing. Him in particular, like I said in that video, saying that he's going to stop lying and all the lying was because of his bipolar depression. People that actually suffer from bipolar depression were in the comments saying, first and foremost, it does not make you a habitual liar. Secondly, psych meds take at least 2 weeks to properly enter your system, not 3 days. So what he is experiencing is a placebo effect and maybe mania. But I'm not a doctor. I just wanted to give y'all the full information on that. Now that that's out of the way, let's get on to the actual story. Today we're going to be talking about someone I don't believe I've ever fully covered. I've seen her online a few times because she's talked and gone back and forth with some people that I've actually covered, and her name is mscherrytheeboom. Normally, I'm actually here for her personality. She's very it is what it is, I am who I am, she tells her truth, she's very real. But she recently got some pushback because she went out of her way to publicly out a pro basketball player called Janki Howard. Nico, who is that? Honestly, I had to Google the name because I don't watch any kind of sports ball. Despite my stature, I do not play sports. I was on the debate team in high school. So I will give you a small synopsis and then I'll begin to play the videos because I've actually been sitting on this topic for a couple of weeks for the sole fact that she's done follow-up interviews with different personalities and I've gotten to see her full explanation on why she did what she did. So essentially the backstory is Janki Howard slid into her DMs basically saying, "What's good, love?" And she responded with, "Ayo." From there, she took a screenshot and sent it to all of her friends on Discord to see if this person was up to snuff with paying for their interaction if it would go further. That was her words verbatim. I've watched at least 3 different interviews. So after she responded with "Ayo," apparently that was not to his liking. So he then unfollowed her and unsent the message saying, "What's good, love?" and basically moving on. From there, Cherry was offended. She said that she's used to men of this caliber acting funny and being very demanding with how they expect you to respond, how they expect you to talk to her, and she jumped the gun essentially. She basically then outed the man saying, "I'm tired of y'all playing on my phone and y'all not gonna get away with following me and unfollowing me and blocking me and unsending the message just because I didn't respond the way you wanted, and that's not how it's gonna go." And people kind of said, so you're going out of your way to publicly expose somebody for being interested in you because they were no longer interested in you. And to my knowledge, I'm sitting here thinking, okay, well, he must have gone, above and beyond what he said. He must have been disrespectful. The conversation had to have gone further. But no, it was literally just those 2 messages and the fact that when she responded with "Ayo," he unfollowed her and unsent the message as in retracting his interest.
Bitch, I'm so irritated and I'm gonna make this really quick and short. To all y'all and rappers and athletes and y'all actors and y'all with coin, sweetie, they don't pay none of my bills. I do not like DL men. I do not like men or find men attractive that are struggling with their identity or sexuality. If you do not see trans women as women, stay the out of my inbox. Okay? Because I don't give a fuck how attractive you are or how much money you have or how many contracts you've signed. Sweetie, if you are not talking about taking care of the doll like a woman, like a wife, I am not interested. So baby, keep all the compliments. All that adding me and unfriending me, sending messages and deleting messages, trying to hold conversations in the motherfucking What's that shit, girl, when the message delete, when the whole page black, all that hidden messages and shit. Leave me alone. Because I don't give a what your occupation is, how famous you are. You know what got me irritated the most? I can't stand the fact that everybody is just on this narrative and on this notion that that I exposed somebody. Sweetie, Kendrick Lamar let us know y'all are dumber than we thought. Sweetie, if all you got from what I said and what happened today was somebody is exposed, that is you confirming how small your mind is. Okay? Let's talk about it. And y'all don't even want to play that exposed game. Y'all, I promise y'all don't want to play that game with me. Don't even use that word with me. You don't play with me like with that word. Because, baby, if the internet was shook up about that, oh, baby. What? Girl, y'all would crash. Y'all would crash. If y'all are so excited about this, y'all would lose your minds. Admin, get rid of the negative people. Do I have my admin in here tonight? Girl, get your mind right. Y'all gotta wake up, baby. First of all, y'all made it about me being trans. I made it about me being a woman who men are always jumping in and out of my inbox. And when I don't respond to these men, a lot of y'all are not used to dealing with men of a certain caliber. Okay? All y'all baby daddies and husbands is bums and deadbeats. The idea of anybody with any type of clout or status or coin and you is unheard of. But I was speaking as far as being a woman with men wasting your time. In general, I'm sick of men bothering women and they don't have any positive intentions. Y'all made it about me being trans. This is my life and you are on my page. And from my point of view, I was speaking as a woman. Now, when I'm a beautiful girl, but on my page, y'all making this about me being trans. Sweetie, thank you for the compliment. But bitch, sweetie, on my IG, my T is clockable. I might be a very, very beautiful girl, but if you click on a video too, girl, the voice alone is gonna get you. Can we be real? Yeah, I'm that, but I am a trans woman and I am confident and comfortable in all of me. He knew what the was going on. This is not even about whether he knew or not. Y'all made it about an athlete and a trans woman. That's not even what was on my mind. Do y'all hear me? Do y'all follow me? That's not even what's on my mind. What's on my mind as a woman is I'm so tired of men bothering women that don't have any positive intentions for her. And then when you're not a groupie, let's talk about it. I'm nobody's groupie. If I were to, as y'all call it, expose and start dropping names, also drop your jaw. Girl, it's almost like, girl, I'm offended that y'all be acting like y'all don't know that we are women too. It would be no outing if everybody was comfortable with themselves to live in their truth and be attracted to who they're attracted to. If you find a trans woman beautiful, you shouldn't have to explain that to nobody. But I feel as though because I did not get groupie energy, because I didn't give, that's when he started doing the weird and that's what really pissed me off. That deleting messages. Hold up, ho. First of all, who are you hiding anything from? First of all, you don't really trust me. Why are you even messaging me? I don't care who you are. Stay out of my inbox with the weird shit. You could be another woman. You could be a gay man. You could be a straight man. You could be attracted to me. You could be a hater. You could be a fan. You ain't talking about nothing. Stay out of my inbox. Like, girl, like, I'm not the rest of them girls. I'm not one of them. How them punks had so much to say. Like, Lou and Rakente, those are the only ones I've seen so far. But some type of punks, girl, just because you would have did it for free, you're not a trans woman and you're no type of woman, so you wouldn't understand. You have to move like a gay man when it comes to those type of men. You have to suck free. But when they like women, only a dumb bitch is entertaining them and not getting nothing out the deal. No man, whether you would work at McDonald's, should not be entertaining no woman and he's not ready to provide. Y'all wouldn't understand that because that's part of being a woman. That's what men do for women. And if you don't look at me as a woman, why are you in my inbox? Why are you allowing comments to make you feel gay? What it really was, I didn't give you the response that you wanted and wanted to try it on my time. And today I was not in the mood.
So she said she had already screenshotted the conversation because she sent it to Discord, because she sends any of her whereabouts or any of her information where she could possibly be in danger or is talking to somebody new to her friends there so that they know where she is and that they know that she's safe, which I understand. I completely agree with if you're going on a date with a stranger, if you're interested in somebody romantically, definitely use your community to pull in information. But the fact that she went live to publicly expose him as if it was some kind of gag, I did not appreciate. And she went into further detail in interviews, I think with someone named Dre Baby. I will say, Dre Baby, if that's your name, I'm sorry if I'm getting it wrong. I've covered things that you've been involved with in the past, and I will say your growth from there is very impressive, just because she's no longer screaming, get your 30, get your 30. I think that was her. But she was actually having a conversation with Cherry, trying to first disarm her, because Cherry is on pins and needles because she's getting pushback, because the public is taking it as a trans person purposely outing a ball player for being interested in them for being trans as if it's a negative. But she's saying that she was just exposing this as a woman rather than coming out as a trans woman, trying to basically say, I don't appreciate when men waste my time. I don't appreciate when men don't value me. I don't appreciate when men are playing in my face when it comes to communication, not because I'm trans. It's more of a personal issue than my own identity. And I definitely understood where she was coming from there. But when she began to go further, Dre Baby was talking to her in the interview, basically saying, so you don't think perhaps you jumped the gun, seeing as how you're saying there's no more messages. You're saying that this man only said, what's good, love? And could it have possibly been that he was just genuinely attracted to you, and once he realized you were one of the dolls, he was like, oh no, I'm not interested in that, and simply retracted, rather than it being some kind of mental game and, hurdles and backflips that he's going through to try to mess with your head. And she was kind of stumped because she had been on the defense for so long against the public that I don't think she really considered that he just was not interested once he found out that she was trans.
You took the hate. You got a couple of views. What do you want?
Okay, hold on, Shari. So you took the hate what's up as what? What did you take that as?
I didn't take the hey, what's up as nothing. What do you want?
Okay.
No, and I need people to understand when men approach me of a certain caliber, I'm used to talking about coin up front.
Right. So am I missing a piece of this puzzle? Is it something you're not telling me? Because hey, what's up? I don't feel like it warrant anything like that. Did you get upset based on him deleting that message and the unfollowing and blocking?
That's what I said.
Okay,
that was my whole argument.
Okay,
that was the whole argument. Yes.
Can a piece of this be that he eventually clocked it and then retract and oh no, this is not what I wanted? Actually, is that fair?
Is that fair to say that he
retracted what he presumed to be a biological woman?
We may never know.
But I'm asking you, no, I'm not saying, is that fair if that was the case?
Is that fair? My question is, if that is fair, why are you in my inbox?
Right,
are you not attracted to me?
Right, that's what I'm saying. But one thing could be, I'm attracted based on what.
And my thing is, if that was the case,
yeah,
you would have never deleted no message. You would have instantly blocked me and would have kept moving on. It was deleting the messages that made me feel like, oh girl, ain't on what I'm on. This ain't trying to fuck.
Wait, you said hold on, Charlie. Something about
let me finish before you spread my narrative. Before you tell my story,
I'm not spreading your narrative, sister. I'm asking you.
Hold on, but I'm telling you, this is how I felt in that moment. When the messages were deleted, I felt like, girl, how try all women like a piece of meat. Like, oh girl, this ain't going. She ain't excited that I hit her up. And I have dealt with that from a lot of men of a certain status. And y'all don't want me to go down that list of names.
But did you already
a lot of men, hold on. A lot of men with a certain status, when you are not on that move when I want you to move, how I want you to, they get real weird. Their egos are bruised and they begin to do that weird, trying to delete messages. Girl, no, run me my change. do all that for spooky, wooky, freaky shit, but run me.
But sister, this is where I'm getting a little leery with it. Did you have a preconceived notion of what he possibly could have done?
What you mean, what he could have possibly done?
Like you just said, how men of a certain status, their egos get bruised, this, that, and the third. Did you have a preconceived notion, even before engaging, of what he possibly could have done to you? By saying what you said, how their people of this status could easily bruise their egos, this, that, and the third. Did you go in with a preconceived notion of him?
What do you mean a preconceived notion? I don't know him.
Okay, let me get it out. A preconceived notion meaning you already have a thought of him, a thought of the situation before you assess the situation based on your experience. So say for instance, you meet me and you hear that I'm messy, but you don't get to know me, so you automatically assume I'm messy. That's an example.
When I see that any man is in my inbox, what do you want? I don't know you. I don't know if you know that. I don't know if you know the tea. I don't know if you don't know the tea. But what I do know is that you like something over here. That's why you're over here.
Right. So that's what I'm asking you.
And because when I respond to you and I don't respond to you in the way that you may have preferred or you may have been looking for, and I didn't give you the response you were looking for, now it's, girl, let me delete these messages and let me... No.
Use the messages with the S. That's what I'm saying. I'm a little confused about the conversation because I thought the hey, what's up was the only message.
The point that you're missing that nobody wants to get is how I felt about the situation. Everybody's making this about being an outing or me outing him. This is about in my inbox, obviously because you like something that you see. And because I don't respond to you in the way that you wanted me to respond, now it's a problem. Now you're no longer attracted. Now you're no longer interested. Now you want to delete your message. Now you want to remove your following.
This is why I asked you about the preconceived.
So my question to you is, how would you have felt?
This is what I'm about to tell you. See, I think that subconsciously you went in with a preconceived notion of the situation based on you just merely saying he had a green check, saying he was a player, saying that type of thing out there, and you already know what they give. So that's why I asked you before the messages went even further, and you notice that he deleted it. Because keyword, you say he deleted the message. Why did you in fact screenshot the message if nothing transpired in other messages? Does that make sense? So if you
I can send it to my trolls and figure out who the fuck this is.
So you wanted your people to figure out something about someone you were talking to.
Is that a problem?
No, so that's what I'm saying. It's alluding to me that you had a preconceived notion of what you possibly think could have happened. Meaning this person of a certain status typically plays games, have egos, tangents, go on these, whatever.
You're talking about people in general or him? People in general?
Well, you said those type of people. You said that. Remember, you was like those type of people with the Jackson.
Yes.
Right. So did you go in thinking he possibly could been that, and that's why you screenshotted it? Other than you said,
yeah, like girl, yes, they like to play games. Yes.
Okay. So and when you saying that he deleted, he was like, I ate that because I screenshotted it already before he could try to get out of anything.
And let's be honest, when you are a trans woman and you deal with different type of men, let's not act like the DL thing is not real. And he's not the only one. I can show where I went on a date the other day and I sent my girls the address and the location to where I went. This is just something because y'all are making it a thing. I send in my Discord. That's why my Discord is not like a T thing. My Discord is for like me and my girls, like we're family. If I'm going out on a date, I don't deal with a lot of people. I always send my girls in the Discord so they can know who I'm with, what I'm doing, because you never can trust fucking men. Let's be real.
Well, did you feel like you were in?
And I do want to say it's normal to feel hurt by rejection. It's normal to feel hurt by somebody following you, sliding your DMs, then immediately retracting that interest, unfollowing you, blocking you, etc. I understand, but at the same time, I do believe what Dre Baby said could have been true, because Cherry was saying, if you go on my page, you know my tea. I'm one of the dolls. It's very clockable if you listen to a video of me talking, especially because she has that theatric drawl, that a lot of the girls do. And Dre Baby was saying, yes, that is true, but maybe that's when he retracted his interest, because he didn't say anything disparaging. He didn't say anything negative. And to my knowledge, when this story first went public, he deleted his Instagram page. I saw recently that it was back up, but I remember when this first happened, he went ghost. He was basically off the internet until it blew over. So this is an interesting conversation in general, seeing as how I understand Cherry's side, because she's saying, I'm coming out as just a woman feeling offended that men are playing in my face and not respecting my boundaries, because she's used to dealing with men of his caliber and is very upfront with what she wants, which is a financial gain, which I understand, because a lot of these men are coming to the trans girls for like sexual purposes. So I understand getting your money up front. But in this situation, she jumped the gun once again, because the man only said, "What's good, love?" and then unfollowed. It didn't need for a public exposing of their DMs, because once again, I genuinely do feel like she was just more so upset that her time was wasted, rather than this being her purposely trying to out him as a trans individual and for him being trans attracted. But I definitely want to hear your opinions down below, because we've seen time and time again when men get caught up in these situations with trans people, with gay people, sliding in the DMs, deleting, unfollowing, following, but then they get exposed, it does have a negative impact on their career. It can derail their relationships with their teammates or the other people within the industry. So I definitely believe this could have caused harm, whether it was an innocent jumping of the gun and or just her venting about something. Seeing as how when I vent about people, it's to my close friends. I don't need to go public about venting. And if I do, it is always vague, because if this person has not harmed me, if this person has not done wrong to me, there's no reason for me to put them on blast with their face on it if they are not harming somebody or breaking the law. You know what I mean? But I definitely want to hear your opinions down below. Did you see the story when it first aired? Were you able to catch her entire opinion, seeing as how I had to go to 3 different blogs to find all of these videos, and I had to jump through some hoops? But I definitely wanted to get all this out there rather than it just be a disjointed story for people to understand. So now that we have all the pieces at play, I want to hear your opinions down below. Do you feel like trans attracted individuals should just be open, should just be more normalizing of the message and of their love in the media, seeing as how if people stop having to hide in shadows, there would be no exposing. There wouldn't be no gotcha and or pushback to their careers if we all were just more accepting. But once again, with the way this country is going, the administration, the politics, I personally don't see that happening soon, unfortunately. But before I continue ranting, I'll leave it to you, and I'll see you guys next time. Boop. And now, for a brief yet sincere shout out to this week's Third Eye Tier subscribers, William G. Jr. and Jeremy A. Your continued support is greatly appreciated, and thank you once again to everyone who supports the channel. We've officially hit 41K girlies. And this week's live stream will be over would you ever expose a DL man, and what would be the requirements for you to do so, seeing as how it could put you both at risk. If that sounds interesting to you, definitely tune in this Thursday at 5:30 p.m. CDT. Meds take at least 2 days to act. It take at least 2 weeks to in time. I do believe what Dre Baby's following, but then they get exposed. It does have a negative